all you archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity. I'm having an Avowed adventure. We're about to start the 4th area. I was tempted to take a break from this game again, but I accidentally gave myself another month for Game Pass, so I would be a fool not to finish the game, to be honest, at this point. So let's continue. I've got another game to play on Game Pass as well, but I like finishing games. And this game we have momentum in. It's very easy to play this game at this point. Even if I do occasionally just have to, well, once, have to give myself a bunch of items for free. Because the game just wasn't being fucking generous enough with them. I apparently have myself a couple of achievements somehow by just logging in. Skull Wooply Woo.
So, we found a map to the garden.
Okay, so we haven't been to the
now
garden.
We see how accurate those ancient godless cartographers could possibly be. Not sure how helpful that map will be, really. There's probably a reason no one's been to the garden in centuries.
Happy to be the first. Think of it, you'll be the first person in centuries to guide an expedition to the garden.
Well, that'll be cold comfort when everyone thinks I'm crazy for saying I've been there. I figure either it's a complete dud and there's nothing really there, or we all lose our minds the second we show up. Either way, was it worth it? Who knows?
Thank you for all these choices, game. Find Sapadal at all costs.
I wish I was as convinced as you are. The thought of going to speak to a god on their turf, it doesn't make sense to
So
me.
this is the one time that he's actually objectively correct.
Problem, really. My job is to keep you alive, whether you've got a god in your head or not. Just don't do anything stupid, all right? Anyway.
He may be grating, but it doesn't mean he's wrong. Let's talk about Shadowscup. That's it.
Not before I've done some reading.
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did in the ruins. I just hope we made the right decision. Those ruins are priceless, and I truly look forward to exploring them again in the future, but I don't know that I'll ever truly accept what we did. What I did. Usually I know the right answer. It's obvious. Here, though.
Yes, your ruins are fine, but they're still in Thirdborn that will soon be suffering.
At least they will be free of the Dream Scourge. I just wish we'd had a better way of
So I
achieving
laughed because it sounded like I did something like
Things have been
different in the
unreal. We spoke to actual ancient
dungeon.
Achieans in the ruins. I was able to ask questions and get answers.
Wish I could ask ghost questions about my area's study too, but I'm happy for you.
Perhaps you'll pick a better specialty next time. Most historians have only hoped to speak with past lives through animancy. I'll blow them all away with my next paper. But to go through the trials ourselves? Oh, could we be any luckier?
Poor some mad god and their followers made the trials.
Must you try to ruin my fun, dearie? Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget. But do return if you think of any other juicy details.
Meeting Rindgrim, everything you expected.
I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Ringrim. The Ringrim. Master illusionist of the Circle of Archmagi. And we impressed her? She even offered to make me her apprentice.
I think if I did it again, I'd actually pick the other option. I don't really understood, like... I think they probably did a good job by having the villain say, hey, we should just fucking blow it up. I just don't think it would have done anything. Like, I don't care about the ruins. I don't care about blowing up the ruins at all. What I care about is that we just killed a bunch of people for... Well, I guess we stopped the Dream Scourge. We stopped a plague. But, like, I don't think blowing up the ruins would have helped. but I don't care about... I guess that's the actual the pair-off. Doing nothing, but in a big explosion, or actually fixing it, but in a really deadly way. Could hardly contain it. It was just an honor to meet her.
It was overwhelming. I can still feel my heartbeat. It doesn't feel real, but it is. Oh, Huntress titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fjord. And what about my study of the Godless? I've spent my whole life with them.
But who else would tell the story of the Akita if not you?
Oh, you even learned their proper name. I can't believe you listened. You'll make me cry at this rate. I'm not a kid anymore. I can't
Just
do
very
everything all
short.
at once. There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life.
Don't
as it
26
is
hours
now.
in a day.
Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms and a
They got a
warm
slightly bigger
bed.
planet.
I don't want to give that up. But this is something I never even dreamed of. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy. What would you do?
Want me to make a decision?
Oh, darling. Don't you know that I'll do what I want, no matter what anyone thinks? I just wish to ask a friend his opinion.
Oh, sorry.
Now, come on. Answer the question. What would you do?
Hard to pass up an opportunity the Ringgrim is offering you.
I know. That's the whole issue. I've learned magic through my own means, reading and studying on my own. How much more could I learn with her? And how much faster? Within a fortnight, I could rule the world.
Yasli, you could do all that on your own.
Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really appreciate the advice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter to Quilici. He'll never believe me.
Can we talk a moment? I wanted to pick your brain about Shatterscarp. How much do you really know about Adra?
Simply put, Adra is a crystal with both physical and metaphysical properties.
Very good. We severed the Adra and Naku Kubel to slow down the Dream Scourge. But at what cost?
Several hundred lives? You think there'll be unintended consequences?
That would be putting it lightly. The souls of the dead who go looking for a passage to the beyond will have nowhere to go. They'll be lost in darkness. Some will find their way to an Adra pillar, far from Shatterscarp. But others could wander this land for
It's
centuries.
like Brook in One Piece. Oh, sorry, I've got a cleaning machine for dishes, and it was beeping. I could hear it through the headphones. I was really confused. What I'm hearing is Shatterscarp is going to have a ghost problem.
Possibly. Probably. Eventually. Try as we might to help others, we won't always succeed. Even the dead can suffer the consequences of our actions. I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. Give us time to focus on our mission. Ourselves.
That's why I cherish these talks. Things slow down for a bit.
As do I. We both deserve a little peace. And if the world will not give it to us, then we'll just find it in each other. While I have your ear, can I ask you one more question?
Go ahead.
Something about Inquisitor Ludwig has been getting to me. She seemed eager to distinguish your Adiran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible. She believes you can be loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. Do you find that unusual?
Ludwig has a lot of strange ideas.
To be sure. It's just... When you rejected Ludwig's offer, she wasn't surprised. As though she saw it coming. Ludwig clearly respects you, but I don't believe she trusts you. Anyway, that just had me thinking. Could be nothing, or could be something. Time will tell. Get some rest. You deserve a nap. For that matter, so do I. Until next time.
Yeah, I tell you to get some rest, you don't tell me.
Listen, that back there in the ruins, that was a lot. I know you passed 3 trials, but I'm not sure what that means exactly.
Okay, to appease those spirits, it doesn't mean anything beyond that.
Right, makes sense. The important thing is that you did it. It's not that I didn't enjoy tromping around in the ancient death trap, getting bossed around by spirits and all that, but I really do hope this was the last time. That kind of humidity does terrible things to my beard. Anyway. Pleasant dreams.
Happy, here's more to talk about.
Let's not do that again. Let's stay out of Archmage's domains from now on. Sure, we made it out alive, but that outcome felt out of my hands more than I'd like.
You need to relax. Sometimes it's good to step into the unknown.
Right. I'm trying. All I'm good at is surviving, under specific conditions that make sense to me. When things don't make sense, what am I supposed to do? Just hope it all works out?
Well, the rest of us have to do. That's when you rely on your friends.
Right. I wish I had thought of that. Anyway, I'm glad to be out of there. Time to curl up with some jerky and a few swigs of Wodak. Anyway. Thanks for talking.
To the Tusks. I might have to bring her along with me. I'll have to check.
How could they? Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We blessed the Tabaru and they prick us in return.
Armed innocents? Of course they're furious.
Roots like a wall. We only meant to protect. We thrashed against the blinding light to keep the Akita safe. We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. We grieved, but we saved many.
So we did the same thing as her. Sometimes our emotions drive us to do terrible things, I understand.
The burned queen. She hurt us, hurt our people. She did this. Yet still the branches swipe. We mourn, we could not be to blame. They should have shared our love. Their spite? This we could not foresee. But you are here, a green shoot after the fire. You would not raise your hand against us.
Depends on whether you hurt the people I love.
Words like bile. This is not our way. Sleep now. Dream of golden poppies on the road ahead.
Nope.
Safe travels to you. Temerity sent word. She said you can go. I'm sorry, Envoy. I don't have much more to say. You were responsible for all this death. But I hope you don't end up the same way too.
You are somehow a very emotionally, like... I'd be fucking furious. I would not understand at all. You could explain the entire situation to me quite clearly. And if I was one of the townsfolk, I'd be fucking furious. I would not be like, yeah, you can just go past. I hope you don't... You made a stupid choice, but I don't... No, I'd fucking hit me. Like... I wouldn't have this sort of, like... I wouldn't have, like... But he's on his own. He doesn't even have other people to calm him down. Jeez, I'd be so angry in his position. Christ.
Ludwig may have a skull for a face, but her fury was clear enough. If her path crosses ours again, it'll be ugly.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. And I plan on hunting her like a rat.
Leave rats alone.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read?
I've met her literally the exact same amount as you, but whatever. Death guards are powerful, but not unstoppable. Ludwig is undead, not immortal.
Indeed. And death is her strength and her weakness.
But you're saying there's a chance.
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate.
Don't know what that means, but okay. I can deal with her if I have to.
I believe it. And we'll cross that bridge with you when we get to it.
Ludwig and her steel garrote have the numbers and the power, but we have spunk and a map. And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing.
I need to get some
A
drinks.
place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden, above all else.
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka.
Sapadar mentioned the garden specifically. They would know better than you would. Do you know something we don't?
Generally, debatable, but about the garden, definitely. You won't find a blessed a thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a Padraku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will.
The living lands needs my help.
Well, someone's got to do something about the Dream Scourge at the very least.
And it has to be you, because a voice in your head said so. What do you know about Sapadal? How do you know you can trust them?
Okay, why can't I... why can't I temper that one? They're not just in my head, they have a powerful connection to the Adra here.
I hate to be the voice of reason, but we are talking about a god. There are limits to what we can even comprehend.
I have a powerful connection to my Blessed Flute, but I'm not about to take orders from it.
What's on your mind, Marius? What bothers you so?
I just said!
Because I can scream until I'm blue in the face, and you people would still rather trust the Envoy's pet headache demon. And now you want to drag us through the deadliest region in the world because a sleeping god said so.
There's something you're not telling us.
You're not listening to what I am telling you. I'm done here. Do whatever blessed planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Something's really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
I'll talk to Marius.
Be gentle with him. Or if not gentle, understanding.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Ludwig.
We won't get far unless we look after each other. Now's your chance.
I know what you're gonna say. Marius, you need to slow down. Think about your feelings. Well, I don't want to think about my feelings. So just let me be alone for a bit.
I feel like this isn't about the map or the garden, even.
It is. And it isn't. I'm not sure what it is, really. Just the thought of going back to Galawain's Tusks makes my heart feel like it's going to explode. I sweat. My ears ring. I can't breathe. When it seems like we're really heading there, I feel like I'm dying.
Breathe, Marius. You're safe here.
Right. Thanks. I understand not wanting to go back, but why can't I just thinking about it makes me feel ill. I need some time alone, Envoy. I need to get some rest. I'll be ready to go when the time comes.
Oh, that's now, though. Right. I'm just going to make myself a cup of tea. Ooh. It's a volcanic region deep in the living lands, home to Solace.
Quiet, you! You can imprison our bodies, but not our voices.
Where are we on the map? Oh, wow, that was quite the trek. Zarja all over the shop. Scribbles fill the page looking for more like incomprehensible gibberish than actual words. It's only upon further study that the words become legible, and even then it reads as nonsense to the average reader. One by one, the up, scratching, itching boils, the singing, beautiful, incessant, noiseless singing.
Never thought I'd miss Emerald Stair.
Radut, be reasonable. We can't live out here like this.
Listen, we're besieged by Mali and her outsiders. Lorraine still begs me to search for the missing Adiran merchant convoy, but we're stretched too thin even for that. I only ask you to hold on a bit longer until a replacement comes.
Hey, I will try. But this can't last. Hey, I might have something for you, Envoy.
Another Adiran. Damned if I ever saw the like. So you're the envoy they reported at the gate. Beats turning away the refugees from Shatterscarp, at least. Is it true that many drop dead suddenly?
Yes, I'm afraid to say it is.
Gods. Well, at least we're safe here. And better off, I think, for having you here.
Well, I
The
mean,
Sentinels
I
were
was
right about you.
the cause.
You have the same features as our Nandru. Taller.
Oh, Nandru.
of course, but nevertheless. I'm going to treat this as a good omen. Nandru himself knows we need one out here.
Andrew, who's that?
Founder of Solace Keep. They have a statue of him there. You both share similar features around the face, huh? Anyway, the Tusks never offered us much, and that was before the Beetles rose in their numbers. Never mind the Zorips, or the Dream Scourge, or fucking Amalia.
Sounds like overburdened. Maybe I can help.
I don't know what there is to do. The Beetles and Zorips come back faster than we can cut them down, and Amalia... gods, where do I even start? She and I used to command this tower in turn. I and my wardens kept watch while she and hers rested in the keep. And so too the reverse. Until her last watch, that is. When she and her wardens abandoned their post and marched on the gate and tried to leave.
Why did they do that?
Because life in the tower is torture. We're low on supplies. The Waste are winning against us. They had made a request to the keep for aid. After it was denied, her warden spoke of mutiny. And after that, well, fighting broke out at the gate. My wardens and I rushed from our leave when we heard the alarms. Drove Amalia back. Now she set up camps in the wastes. Main one is just up north in the Twined Wood. Another just west of there, in a tower. Another east, in a cave.
It sounds like she just wants to leave.
She's broken her oath, and I'm trying to find a way to uphold mine.
Which oath to refer?
To watch over the garden. It is this that keeps us bound to the Tusks. Our oaths are mortal matters.
Oaths and traditions should serve the living. If Amalia's struggling here, why shouldn't she leave?
Should we die with an oath unfulfilled, our spirits will linger until another of our wardens sees it completed. And if one of our own breaks an oath, it is a death sentence.
Can I talk to her? Is there no way to resolve this?
All I want is peace with her. But our talks, such as they were, have totally broken down. Whenever I approach, she just tells me to stay away from the land beneath her banners. And after her raid, after our skirmishes, I don't see how we can talk anymore. But would you be willing to talk to her? You are an envoy, after all. I'm sure you've diffused more complicated situations.
Alright, what terms will you accept from her?
I have no demands except that she stops attacking us for treading near her camps. But she says she won't stop until they can all leave. And I can't grant her passage out of the Tusks. She has no duty out there. Nor can I grant her one. I don't know how to break the stalemate. But I'll quit talking your ear off. Thank you for indulging me. If you see Amalia or any of her camps, I hope you can get through to them.
I'm all for traditions and camaraderie, but this goes too far.
Yeah, I'm taking his sword.
I heard there's been more bandits seen in the Twined Wood.
I heard that too. Captain Radut says he has it under control.
The captain's a mean dude, but I will never doubt his dedication to rooting out bandits.
I only doubt him when he's placing bets.
might have something for... If you're buying, I'm selling.
Probably don't need any more lockpicks. It's a little earlier to go. Little early to go there, I think. It's a tree. Shall we investigate this direction, shall we? Why can I not? The beetles have taken over.
That's done? Who's hungry?
Hungry for beetle?
Who goes there? Speak.
I'm afraid I can't pay any fees. I'm a little short. Vedut sent me. I'm an envoy of Adir. Never mind that. Are you Amalia?
I am. And you are?
Been sent by the tower to seek a parley with you.
Parley? Radut. First he refuses to let us leave the Tusks, and now he sends you. I won't talk. Not with you. I don't trust your lot, Adirin. Don't think I'm not wise to you and yours.
Fair enough.
And as long as these banners fly, as long as we hold our own, I have nothing to say to you.
I get the message.
Good. Now get out of here before it gets ugly.
Just to steal her banners. Feels like a technicality, but okay. Oh, we might be able to upgrade equipment. No.
Come on.
Let's see what you...
I was totally aiming at the priest and not the beetle.
Under my protection.
Nice!
Got it. Reminds me, it's the
Nothing like a win with a good team.
25th anniversary of Final Fantasy 9. Shame they're not don't seem to be doing anything with that though.
I'm for going around the back. You want to ask for the banner nicely, that's on you.
Not saying a word.
I'm with you. Oh, no, you don't. Jump to the rear.
Fair enough. I thought I'd just be able to cheekily run in there. That appears not to be the case. How do we do this? I don't want to kill any wardens. I don't actually see what the banners are.
Of all the stupid things our people ever did, Forja may strike us all down, but they'll keep carving that blasted thing forever.
That'll show him. They're coming.
We get to there. Come to Bellavok. You totally just climbed this part. Stop calling.
That's one for us.
These are really well equipped Sorbs.